Female contingent is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Immigration, Ruth Entry. The supernumeraries are Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, Dorcas AJ JC, and Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, Barbara Amankwa Kwathe. It is now the turn of the Ghana National Ambulance Service. The male contingent is commanded by EMT Oscar Osu, with Advanced EMT Joshua Atta Yatel and Advanced EMT Solomon Seydou Belazien as the supernumeraries. The female contingent is commanded by Advanced EMT Al Hassan Nadia, with Advanced EMT Vivian Abugari and Advanced EMT Millicent Danso as the supernumeraries. The contingent sergeant major is Senior EMT Ajwa Jomwa. It is now time for the equipment display. Leading the equipment display are the quad bikes from the 64 Infantry Regiment of the Army Special Operations Brigade. The quad bike is an all-terrain vehicle with low-pressure tires with handlebars for steering. The quad bike commander is Lance Corporal Daku and Safred. Behind the quad bikes are the Hunter Light Striking Vehicle. The commander is Lieutenant Kwame Nyame. The armaments consist of a ring-mounted 12.7mm, 14.5mm heavy machine gun, and 40mm grenade launcher with 360 traverse plus 3 single pin-mounted 7.62mm light machine guns. The Hunter is used for crowd dispersal in internal security operations. Right behind the Hunter is a ZU 4.5 anti-aircraft gun being towed. It is used to engage enemy aircraft at a range of 2.5 kilometers. Following the Hunter Light Striking Vehicles are 5 Nissan pickups with the 107mm gun. The 107mm gun is being towed on a pickup. It is a 12-tube gun. The commander is Warrant Officer Class 1, Bonnie Yao David. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now the turn of the 1-5 Armored Reconnaissance Brigade, with personnel drawn from 153, 154, and 155 Armored Regiments. The first troop is made up of the Cobra Electro-Optic Surveillance System, Armored Personnel Carrier. They are under the command of Captain Theophilus Osei. They have adopted the Diamond Formation. The second troop is made up of Cobra 2, Armored Personnel Carrier. They have also adopted the Box Formation. They are under the command of Second Lieutenant Eric Ampabeng. Following the troop closely are the Husky vehicles. The vehicles have adopted a staggered column formation, and they are under the command of Second Lieutenant Henry Amono Benin. The Squadron Sergeant Major is Warrant Officer Class 1, Atta Seydou. Armored Brigade is the 66th Artillery Regiment, located at the Volta Barracks Hall here in the Volta region. The first to march past are the 122mm multiple launch rocket systems. They have adopted the arrowhead formation. They are under the command of the battery commander in the person of Captain Martin Atta. The battery sergeant major is Warrant Officer Class 1, Yogbe Wisdom. Following closely are the 122mm howitzers, which have also adopted the arrowhead formation. 222mm howitzers are under the command of Lieutenant Mabel Afu Nsia. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1, Soko Charles. Next is the troop of 107mm multiple rocket launchers. They are under the command of Lieutenant Godfred Amwaku Amu. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1, Martin Gordon. Behind the 107mm multiple rocket launchers is the troop of the 105mm howitzers. The troop leader is Lieutenant Nana Bain Apiaku. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1, Zo Daniel. The last troop from the 66th Artillery Regiment are the 105mm howitzer saluting guns. They are under the command of Second Lieutenant Samira Anuwe Seidu. The troop warrant officer is Warrant Officer Class 1, Okomenya Nobis. These saluting guns will be used for the 21-gun salute for today's parade. It is now the turn of the Ghana Navy Divers and Special Boat Squadron. On display from the Ghana Navy are 2 of the 4 Navy's fastest boats, interceptor and rescue boats. Ghana Navy ship Yogaga and Ghana Navy ship Jata. Ghana Navy ship Yogaga is under the command of Chief Petty Officer Class 2, Ahuma Okansi Robin. His 2 IC is Petty Officer Class 1, Abdullahi Michael. The commander of Ghana Navy ship Jata is Sub-Lieutenant Daniel Akable, and his second in command is Petty Officer Class 2, Aganya. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, approaching the days now is the Ghana Armed Forces Physical Training School mobile vehicle. They are conducting a series of displays on board the mobile vehicle. It is now the turn of the Ghana National Fire Service vehicles. They have a total of 5 firefighting vehicles on display today. These include firefighting tenders, turntable ladders used in fighting fire in high-rise buildings, and the recovery truck. The commander is ADO Nathaniel Ama. Leading the vehicle display is the Volvo truck. This is a multi-purpose fire appliance used for fire and rescue operations. Next is the PS truck. This is a dual-purpose tender used for firefighting and hazmat incidents. We now have the turntable ladder. It can be extended to a height of 37.5 meters. It is capable of reaching 12 floors. We now have the hydraulic platform. This vehicle is used for fire and rescue operations. It can be extended to a height of 72 meters, capable of reaching over 24 floors. We now have the recovery truck, which is used for towing and lifting vehicles. It is now the turn of the Ghana National Ambulance Service. From the National Ambulance Service, we have ambulances drawn from the various constituencies in the whole municipality. On display today are 6 Mercedes-Benz ambulances. The leading ambulance is commanded by SAEMT Henry Holalu Mulberry. He also doubles as the Deputy Regional Commander and Head of Operations. We have ambulances from North Tong, Keta, Central Tong, Afajato South, South Dai, and Ketu South constituencies. I will now hand over to ASP Richmond Mensah to continue with the display.
Thank you very much, Squadron Leader Salifu. We now have on the part of the Ghana Police Service the Visibility Unit, which is under the National Patrol Department. The unit is under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Killian Dakura and supported by Assistant Superintendent Emmanuel Ochre. The introduction of the motorbike patrol is to deal with a trend of crime where criminals use motorbikes to commit all sorts of violent crimes. Personnel of this unit use high-performance motorbikes patrol to patrol residential areas, suburbs, and other vulnerable areas to prevent and deter criminals from operating. They also combat hardened criminals. This has reduced drastically crimes committed with motorbikes in areas noted for such crimes. The formation by the Visibility Unit is called in our local parlance a bind, which means strength. Closely following the Visibility Unit is our canine unit, that is the dog unit of the Ghana Police Service, and it is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Police Joseph Awuni with the dog name Inspector Hunter. The commander handling the dog with the name Inspector Hunter, and I think they deserve a round of applause. He is ably supported by Inspector Francis Sapon. The canine unit was established in June 2019, which offers a specialized resource to the Ghana Police Service with the use of trained dogs in crime prevention and detection, criminal apprehension, officer safety, and service to community. These dog handlers and their dogs were trained by the Paramount Specialist Canine Training Academy in South Africa, where they were taken through counter-improvised explosive devices awareness, combat first aid and trauma training, as well as the use of handguns, shooting targets at short and long distances whilst handling dogs. Some of the dog names as General Sergeant Ragnar and G Sergeant Zeus. Closely followed by the formed police unit of the Ghana Police Service and is under the command of Deputy Superintendent of Police Dr. Christabel Dinah Ofori Atta. She is supported by Deputy Superintendent of Police Joyce Adjoa Kwabia Asare. The formed police unit was established on 29th July 2013 under the leadership of Inspector General of Police retired Mr. Mohammed Ahmed Al-Hassan. Then the Director General of Finance, Now the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufu-Dampare, was highly instrumental in the setting up and operationalization of the FPU, which was under his direct supervision. No wonder today the FPU is seen as one of the pillar units in the service and is soon extending to all regions within the country. The FPU provides both international and internal security. Some of the functions include public order management, protection on UN personnel and property, supporting operations that require a formed response and may involve high-risk operations. Some of the vehicles they are displaying this afternoon are rapid intervention vehicles used to rescue of VVIPs, diplomats in times of emergency. We also have armored personnel carrier vehicles for survival during crowd control. They are also displaying the Guardian, which is used as an assault vehicle and can be used for rescue and crowd control. We also have Maverick, multi-purpose vehicle, which is also used in crowd control as well as public order management. Followed closely is the mobile clinic, the police mobile clinic. It offers first aid on operational basis during demonstrations and crowd control. It has the capacity to provide surgical procedures on operational fields. It has radiological capacities and also an acute cardiac life support services, and it has a bed capacity of 9. We also have a specialized counter-terrorism unit, which is commanded by Deputy Superintendent of Police Dr. Entry Akomea and supported by ASP Patrick Adu Boateng. We now have the police air ring displaying. This is the police air ring. We have 3 helicopters. The leading helicopter is called the Fennec, which is named GP001, and it is piloted by Air Ring Sergeant Emmanuel Agbemehia and is supported by Air Ring Sergeant Merix Bona. These are the 3 helicopters, and we have the remaining 2. We have GP002 piloted by Air Ring Sergeant Bright Ado Ajay and supported by Air Ring Sergeant John Apia Kubi. We also have GP003 piloted by Air Ring Sergeant Godfred Smith and supported by Air Ring Sergeant Yasser Yakubu. Some of the functions include providing air support to the police, including recce activities, crime prevention and detection through regular patrols, air-to-ground direction, guiding police on ground to their targets, search and rescue purposes, photographic tasks, providing area photography for crime, traffic, planning and routine operations, as well as covert surveillance, observation and photography of criminals. Mr. President, thank you very much. The Ghana Police Service is indeed grateful. We look forward to more. We are confident that soon we will have 1 police region, 1 helicopter. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I will now hand you over to my co-commentator to continue with the rest of the commentary. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richmond. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very shortly we shall see the various contingents form the team for the Independence Anniversary celebration, which is our unity, our strength, our purpose.
We continue to acknowledge the support from various entities. Volta Serene Hotel in Ho, We Power Authority,